Well, hello, Craftinistas. I'm back with another tutorial. I picked up these markers from the Dollar Tree. I wanted to experiment just to see how they were. But little did I know that my very good markers, I was getting ready to work on this project, and my very good markers had a little unfortunate mishap with them. We're not going to talk about that, but I won't be replacing them anytime soon. I'll just stick with these are some clearance markers. I saw a video on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the description box to it, where she colored and made her embellishments, and I thought I'd try these to see if they would work on these um, Dollar Tree markers, and I'm very happy. So, as you can see, this is an ivory heavy cardstock, and the other piece of paper is a white thin piece of scrapbook paper. And I used the two different weights of paper and used the butterfly stamps that I had. I wish I had some that didn't have too much of a busy print in the middle. But all I'm going to do is just take my markers and just use several colors and outline and color them in. It doesn't matter if they go on the if the coloring is not that good, if it goes on the outside, or if the coloring veers off a little bit, because I'm going to use different methods of wetting them down and spritzing it, and also I'm getting ready to cut these out. So I have a nice crafty spray bottle of water, but you can find things when you want them. So I'm using this, and I wet it down a little bit too much. But as you can see there, I used my Glimmer Mist, and then I also took it in on the red butterfly and just used some streaks of the Glimmer Mist through it. So once I use that, and I use some acrylic paint to put some white spots in it, little specks a little bit. I used a little bit of the black ink and just inked out my edges. Here you can see I left the antennas. If that's not the correct name for on top of the butterfly, you'll have to excuse me. But I left those out. Those are really delicate to try to cut those out of this image anyway. And I'm out of shot here, but I'm going to use these head pins that you would use in beading, and I'm going to trim them a little bit, and I'm using the glue gun and just gluing them on the back. And then I'm going to use some dimensional, a thicker tape, and then I'm going to use that on the back. That way that also peels off, that I can re-stick that on a project or whatever I'm going to need to embellish. It's like a big pop dot in a roll. And then I'm going to use some um, sparkle bling, and then going to go ahead and put that in the middle and just bling those out. Of course, my signature, I'd have to do that. So here's how they turned out. I'm very happy. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel, and you don't want to miss out on any of my scrappy goodness. So you can see here, these were colored in with the markers. The red was not used with water. And then the Glimmer Mist was used on that one. And the two at the top on the right, the one was used with Glimmer Mist. The left was used with Glimmer Mist, and they weren't used with water. But they turned out pretty cool. And you have your own DIY embellishments. See you later, Craftinistas.